Credit Nerdy, presented to you by Kyrenic Credit Products and Kyrenic Financial. How do companies verify your information? When you put forward a dispute, how do companies verify your information? If your information cannot be verified, then it must be deleted automatically. All information within your credit report must be verifiable so that there's no hearsay in your credit report or inaccurate information in your credit report. Verification is one of the means to maintain the accuracy of your consumer reports / credit report. There are some unlawful ways that many of the corporations use to verify your information just because they don't want to delete the information from your credit report. Because having the negative information in your credit report is a means to coerce you in paying. So for them, they basically need to keep it there. And when they can't use the proper procedure to verify the information, they find improper means to verify it and leave you in the dark on how they come by this. In this video, we want to discuss a few of the unlawful means that they use, but because when we're doing our dispute, we're not aware what we should do, we don't follow up and figure out what are they using and challenge what they're using. One of the ways that they use to verify your information when they don't have the proper information to verify your information, and that sounds like a double speak, but it's not. They have to have information to verify the information that you are disputing. And I'm going to tell you the information that they need after I tell you the information that they use. Information that they use a lot of time is to, one of the crazy thing that they do, not just original creditor who does this, but also secondary debt buyers and data furnishers who are doing collections. One of the things that they do, which is just so funny and idiotic, but they do it and get away with it, and the bureaus allow them to get away with it when you put in your challenge. When you put in a dispute over an account, the first thing that they need to do is to verify the accuracy of the reporting of the account. When you dispute, once it comes back as being verified or accurate, you need to challenge it and figure out what information did they use, because one of the things that must happen, the credit bureau must tell you the source of the information that they have on you. As I said in a previous video, the only time they don't have to tell you the exact source that they use to corroborate the information or to pull the information on you from is when it's an investigative consumer report. And an investigative consumer report is a special kind of consumer report that is used only in certain circumstances, and it is the case that they have to actually interact with real people. They have to interact with real people to gather that information. So if you are looking at a job, they can do an investigative consumer report by interviewing persons that are your neighbor, persons that are closely related to you, to verify the information that they are constructing for the investigative consumer report. So investigative consumer report is a special kind of consumer report, and it is done orally in most cases and then written down. So in that case, when they're constructing a report like that, they don't have to give you the source that they use to corroborate the information. But every other consumer report that is assembled on you by a consumer reporting agency or the credit bureaus, as you commonly know them, they must tell you where they get the information. When you actually dispute something and you say that it comes back as verified, they must disclose to you what they used to verify the information. A lot of time, this is what the companies do. When you place the dispute, They go back in their computer and match the information to what they have on their record. How ridiculous is this? How ridiculous is this? They go back in the computer, match what their information is telling them, and then write back that it's verified. Let me give you an example of a court case. There was this court case where this individual had a dispute with a car dealership, right? And when they went to court, the car dealership was reporting inaccurate information on the consumer. And the consumer went to court, win the case, right? The car dealer admit that the information that they were reporting was incorrect, and part of the settlement agreement, this is a real case I'm telling you about. Part of the settlement agreement, I don't even remember the name of the case because I would have told it, because I study so much of these cases on a daily basis to really sharpen up my understanding of this thing, that I don't remember the actual case, but I remember the facts of the case. Another time I can always probably give you the case so you can read it up if you want to. But you don't have to worry, I do the reading for you. So what they did, they settled, and I have numerous cases like this that I see this happening. You have the other one with the bank and the car that was reporting as fraud, and it went to court and it was proven that it was fraud. And the bank outsourced the dispute, so the person that is doing the verification on behalf of the bank is not in the bank local offices in America, so they don't have access to the actual all of the file. So when that person go in the computer, all they do overseas is match the information that the dispute comes in with against what they are seeing in the computer, and then respond that it's verified. Even though over here the bank computer system have more information that would have shown whoever is reading or processing the dispute on behalf of the bank that what the person is saying is correct. But because the bank outsourced its disputing process overseas and give the personnel overseas limited access to the data in their system, the account keep going back verified even though the information was false, because of the method of verification that the bank used. Back to the case that I was telling you earlier. So there's multiple cases like this. So that's why I digress and give you a second one with a credit account. Now I'm giving you the one with the car that I started earlier. The one with the car, the bank had a settlement, and part of the settlement agreement was to delete off the account in the court case because it was inaccurate reported. And the person came back, the account was still on their credit after a month. After 2 months, it's still there. So when they write the bank to challenge it, all the person in the bank, in the car that distributed the car loan did is match the person, social, their name and their address in the computer, and then respond that it's verified. Not looking over the settlement that the bank has reached, because the department that have the settlement is different from the department that is processing the information. So that is one of the ways that they use to process your information and then come back and say it's verified. And that is an unlawful verification. That is not what the law requires to verify the information. Another way how they verify the information is to go to data brokers, right? And that is why I emphasize us cleaning up our information and get a hold of our information that is all over the place. You have data brokers that mine our personal data and have it in big databases, and these companies go to these databases, plug in our name and our address and sometimes social, and information on us come up. What are the information? Sometimes it's email address that is linked to us, sometimes it's phone number that is linked to us, sometimes it's other identified information that is linked to us. And the creditor use that information and say, all right, this information matches what we have in our system, so that means it's the right person, and that means this information is true. That's not what the law says should be done to verify your information, but this is another means that they use to verify our information by going to data brokers that are not consumer reporting agencies, pull information on us, use that information to verify our information and then report back. That's two. I'm going to give you a third one and then I keep it here. There are others, but I'm just going to give you three. Other thing that they will do is to go back and say, oh, an account, a bank account that belongs to you is what the payment was being heralded from. So therefore, the information in the account is yours, which is nonsense. Because if you are a victim of identity theft, someone can also have a bank account that is in your name and use that account to actually pay for the account that you are disputing when the charges transactions are to be paid for. Because that do happens. And they use that sort of information to verify that the information is accurate. Then the fourth one, I tell you that was the last one. This is a bonus. This is not even verification, but this is to play tricks on you to get you to shift the burden of proof to you, where you have to prove that the information is inaccurate when it is their responsibility to make sure that the information that they're supplying to the credit bureau is accurate. They would tell you, oh, do you have supporting information to back up what you're saying? Please send it to us and we would happily use the information to corroborate and make the adjustments that you need. And that's the reply that they give to your dispute, when that shouldn't be what happens. The burden of proof shouldn't be on you to actually verify whether what you're disputing. And I see this happening in cases of identity theft, where the company is actually asking the victim of identity theft to prove that they have identity theft after they meet all the requirements of the law. See my identity theft video and you will see what are the 4 things that you need in order to clear your identity theft if you have fraudulent account against your name. You can go and watch that video and you will see the process that you need to do in order to clean your account if you're a victim of identity theft. So these are some of the illegal tactics that these companies use to come back and say that they verify your account. Once they do this, then you need to write them a letter asking them for their method of verification, and then there are certain information that they should provide for you. In other videos, I have covered that information. Look at my videos that I do on Verify in my disputing series. This will be another part of the disputing series. I think I'm up to probably part 7 or something like that. Gotta look over the videos. But look on the video on Verified. I think it's called "If This Do Not Be Terrified If Your Dispute Come Back Verified." That's the name of the video. Watch that, and I think I have another one there as well. All right. So peace out. Hope you have a great day. Peace. Kyronit Financial is out. Credit Nerdery presented to you by KyronitCreditProducts.com for your do-it-yourself products. Blessings.